Hey parents, welcome to today's training. Today we're going to be going over how to boost your teen's SAT math score by 100 points or more so that they can get into their top colleges without the stress and without the burnout of traditional prep. So, this training is for parents of 10 to 12th graders who want their teen to increase their SAT math score by 100 points or more. This is for parents who are worried that their teen is not achieving their full academic potential, which means that they might miss out on college opportunities or scholarships. This is also for parents who value their teen's education and want them to build a bright future and career. This is for parents who are prepared to invest the time, energy, and effort needed to help their teen secure a spot in their top universities. And most importantly, this is for parents who are looking for a clear, actionable plan to help their teen stay motivated in learning advanced math concepts and techniques. So, here's a sneak peek of what exactly is possible. These students that you see on the screen right now, they came to me with under a 500 SAT math score. They were worried that they were going to get into college, and they were worried that they weren't going to be able to keep up with their peers. Now, after working with me, we were able to increase their scores by 100 points or more so that they were able to get into the colleges that they wanted, and they were able to get the scholarships that they needed. So let's go over today's goals. First goal of today is you're going to discover the most common challenges that students face with SAT math prep and how your teen can bypass them. Now, this is going to lead to a smoother, more confident learning experience. The second goal that we're going to go over is I'm going to uncover the 3-step roadmap to ensure that your teen masters SAT math using my proven Math Guru method, which will open doors to college and scholarship opportunities. The last thing we're going to go over is we're going to explore how with my guidance, your teen can achieve significant score improvements faster and more effectively than traditional learning methods. So let's make an agreement for today. Are you willing to turn off all distractions and invest just 30 minutes of your time to learn how your teen can stop struggling with complex math problems, time management, and test anxiety so that they can finally get that top SAT math score? If you are, then that's great. Now, if you're wondering why your teen is struggling to understand complex math concepts no matter how many hours they put in, or maybe you're wondering why your teen still feels so confused or overwhelmed despite all the various tutors, courses, or books they use, or if in general you guys are just wondering why you guys are so frustrated seeing the same minimal results with no matter what strategies or resources you guys invest in, then you guys are in the right place. Here's why most students don't reach their true potential with SAT math. The first reason why is because they lack a winning environment. Now, think of group tutoring like a mastermind. Everyone has something unique to bring to the table. Each student brings unique strengths and insights that, when you combine them all, create a powerful learning synergy. Now, just like a team of climbers supporting each other to reach the top of a mountain, group sessions harness the collective knowledge and drive of each student to help everyone succeed. Now, imagine your teen being in constant contact with people with the same goals, the same aspirations as them, and they're going through the same hardships as them. If they see that other person succeeding with the same goals and the same hardships as them, don't you think that's going to help them with the belief that they can do it as well? Of course they will. That's why the winning environment is so important. The second reason why I see students fail is because they lack efficiency. Virtual learning is like Amazon delivery straight to your doorstep. While going to the store can be a great experience, it is so much more efficient and convenient to have these products delivered straight to your door. Now, online learning brings a tailored education experience directly to your teen no matter where they are. Okay? And let's be real. If your teen doesn't find something convenient, if they don't find it efficient, they're just not going to do it. Okay? Now, the third reason why I see students fail is because they lack any sort of accountability. Now, imagine if a young athlete relied only on regular PE classes to compete in the Olympics. Yes, of course, they can try to train on their own, but targeted coaching, just like tutoring, fine-tunes your teen's skills and offers that extra push to help them reach their goals faster and more efficiently. Like, think with a coach for an Olympic athlete. They're giving them personalized meal plans, personalized training plans, right? So that they're able to get to where they want to be without any hassles. Now, the fourth reason why I see students fail is because they try to grow too fast, too late. You guys have no idea how many times I get calls and they're like, hey, my son is taking the SAT in 3 weeks. What can you do for him? They're asking for a miracle there, okay? There's a saying that goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So starting early with SAT prep actually gives your teen the roots to grow and succeed. Now this turns what could be a very stressful, rushed experience before exams into a steady, nurturing growth process in which they can slowly build on top of foundations so that it's actually more enjoyable for them as well. Now, the fifth reason why I see students fail is because both they and their parents have a lack of belief. Now, think of your teen's potential just like a hidden treasure that hasn't been discovered yet. Sometimes all they need is the right environment and the right guidance to reveal the gold that's underneath. Our system helps your teen uncover and harness the strengths that you didn't even know they had yet. Now, you don't know how many calls I get on with parents and they're like, oh, my teen can't get a 700. They can't get a 750. They can't get into that specific college, and I don't need them to shoot that high. Now, of course, that's going to make their kid, they're going to transfer that belief to their kid. Their kid's going to think, hey, I can't get into those colleges. Hey, I can't get that score. So, of course, they never apply themselves and they never discover their true strengths. And so that's just detrimental to everybody. What your teen really needs is what we call the learning trifecta. Now, so many parents and so many students, they go straight to the strategy, they ignore the habits and they ignore the environment that they need to increase their score. Now, listen, guys, there are so many free things out there. It just takes one YouTube search, one Google search to find all the strategies that you need. But if you don't have the proper environment that's going to create the proper habits, then of course your teen is not going to succeed, because if it was just strategy alone, then you would be fine with Khan Academy. You would be fine with these YouTube courses. You would be fine with all these other free things that you've been seeing, right? But of course, it's so much more than that. And here's how I know this. My name is Jared Wynn. I graduated magna cum laude with a BS in chemical engineering, and I have over 4 years of experience teaching online. Now, I started Geometry Gurus because I knew there was a better way to help students increase their scores. Now, I have helped hundreds of students achieve a top 10% score, and my vision is to help 1,000 students score 700 on the SAT math section or better in the next 5 years. Now, are you ready to put your teen's future in your hands? If yes, let me introduce you to the Math Guru method. Okay, so the main key elements of the Math Guru method are described here. It's really broken up into 3 phases. The first one is what we call discover and enhance. Now, in this first part, we're going to diagnose your teen's weaknesses for laser focused improvement, which means we can get them the quickest wins in the shortest amount of time, because we can focus all of our energy onto where they're the weakest. Now, the second thing that we do here is we apply and practice. Here, students tackle real SAT problems, applying proven strategies in various contexts to enhance their skills. Now, along with continuous feedback and strategic sessions, our students are able to build upon their fundamentals every single day, so they're able to attack the most complex SAT math problems. Now, our final step here is what we call simulate success. Now, by simulating test conditions, it helps build confidence and reduces anxiety so they can actually excel in the actual test. It's not enough to be conceptually prepared. You need to be mentally prepared for the test as well. So pillar number 1 is what we call discover and enhance. Most students, what they do is they just blindly start studying without diagnosing their weaknesses. Now, this lack of awareness, it leads to unfocused studying and inefficient use of time. Now, they end up focusing on the wrong areas, right? Which means they lead to very minimal score improvements. Now, it's like trying to fill a bucket without knowing exactly where the holes are, okay? Because no matter how much water you keep pouring into that bucket, if you don't know where the holes are, all that water is just going to come pouring straight out. Okay. Now, students need to complete a diagnostic to precisely pinpoint weaknesses and gaps. Now, this targeted understanding allows for customized strategy and focused improvement. Now, what this does is this streamlines study efforts, it maximizes your efficiency, and most importantly, it boosts their score potential, right? Just like with the bucket example, if you do patch the holes with the bucket before filling it, it makes sure that no water is going to spill out. You're going to be able to keep adding water to the bucket. Now, here's a top tip. Motivate your teen to perform regular self-assessments to pinpoint weak areas and set measurable goals for specific SAT topics to create an efficient and effective study routine. Okay? Now, pillar number 2 is what we call apply and practice. Now, many students, what they do is they repeatedly practice the same types of problems that they already know how to do. It's just mindless, brainless work. We call that rote learning. Now, this repetition, it doesn't challenge them or actually improve any of their weaknesses. It actually leads to a very false sense of readiness and gaps in knowledge for the exam. Okay, this is kind of like a runner who only trains on flat surfaces but plans to race on hills. Just like this guy on the left-hand side, he's obviously trying to run up this hill, right? But he never prepared for it, so he's thinking to himself, "Hey, what was I thinking doing this?" So what students really need to do is they need to use real SAT math problems that mimic their weakest areas and get constant feedback on those weakest areas. Now, this ensures that practice is comprehensive and adaptive to evolving student needs because, of course, as you get better, students aren't going to be practicing the same problems they were before. Now, this prepares students for all types of questions, which enhances their overall score and enhances their overall performance. Now, going back to the previous example, look at this guy right here. Right? This is just like training on varied terrains, right? To prepare this runner for running on hills, ice caps, doesn't matter, right? He's obviously prepared for what comes ahead. Now, a top tip here is establish regular structured review sessions that utilize real SAT math problems, prioritize practice on weaker subjects, and diversify study techniques to match your teen's learning style. Now, this ensures that each session maximizes your comprehension and their retention. Okay, so, and also make sure that they're getting constant feedback on their weaknesses as well so that they can continuously evolve for the next time. Okay, now pillar number 3 is what we call simulate success. Now, most students, they go into the SAT without ever simulating the full test experience. And this lack of real test experience can lead to anxiety and poor time management. So this is going to create panic on test day, which leads to very avoidable mistakes. They're going to miss these questions that they should have never missed in the first place, and that's going to cost them in tens of points. Okay, it's just like an actor stepping foot on Broadway without any rehearsal. Even understudies, even they practice the real thing so that they can perform when needed. Now, what they actually need to do is conduct simulated tests that mirror actual SAT conditions. What this does, it builds familiarity with the test format and conditions, and it reduces their anxiety. Now, this makes sure that students are not just academically prepared, but they're mentally prepared for the exam as well. Again, just like dress rehearsals, right? They make opening night performances seamless and confident, right? The more you practice the real thing, the easier the real thing actually becomes, okay? Now, in order to do this, here's a tip. Create realistic SAT test conditions at home when doing mock exams. This means mimicking the timing of each problem type strictly and having scheduled breaks to acclimate your teen to the exam environment so that they can reduce anxiety when the real thing. Now, let me remind you again about what exactly is possible. I want you to meet one of my favorite students, Arjun. Arjun came to me with under a 490 SAT math score, and he was telling me, "Jared, I'm scared of being average. I'm scared of not being able to go to college." He followed the process to a T, and then after a few months of grit, determination, and just a little bit of guidance, he was able to increase his score more than 100 points. And now he's consistently scoring above a 600 on SAT math exams. Now, it's stories just like Arjun's that make me confident that this process works and can be replicated. Now, let's go over a quick recap of what we just went over. The first thing we did is we stressed the importance of having a winning environment. Now, we know that this is the foundation of success because the foundation of success begins with the right environment where every student is nurtured to reach their highest potential. We then went over the importance of having expert guidance. Just like elite athletes, CEOs, and artists in any field, successful students thrive under expert guidance. We also talked about the roadmap to exceptional SAT scores. The first step is to discover and enhance. Your team needs to identify weak points to direct their focus and energy so they're not wasting time doing problems that they already know how to do. The second thing we talked about is how to apply and practice. Your team needs to apply proven SAT math strategies to real problems in structured review sessions. With continuous feedback, they're going to be able to improve their skills so they're able to tackle those most complex problems. Finally, we talked about how to simulate success. Your team needs to simulate exam conditions to build confidence and reduce anxiety on the test. Now, parents, remember the agreement that we made earlier. If you are still here right now, you made a commitment. Let me show you how my SAT Math Mastery program can elevate your teen's success by giving them clear guidance and support. Here's how I can help. First, we discover. We begin with a comprehensive assessment to diagnose your teen's weaknesses so we can focus time and energy on achieving maximum results. Next, we enhance. By breaking down complex math into digestible chunks, we develop a personalized study plan that enhances your teen's understanding. Then we apply. Through structured sessions and continuous feedback, we apply proven techniques and strategies catered to your teen's unique learning style so that they can truly understand and even enjoy math. Now we practice. We provide laser-targeted practice using real SAT problems to master and perfect the most complex problems on the test. And we also simulate. We simulate the actual exam environment to eliminate test anxiety and prepare your teen for the mental pressure and stamina needed for the test. Then finally, we succeed. We ensure that your teen is academically and mentally prepared to tackle the SAT with confidence so that they can get into their top colleges and qualify for scholarships. Would this set your teen up for success? If so, we need to know this. Like I said earlier, information doesn't create change. If that were the case, then your teen would be fine with Khan Academy, YouTube, and all those other free things that they're finding online. If you want to know how you can raise your teen's SAT math score, go ahead and book a call with me. On that call, we're going to learn a little bit more about your guys' situation and create you a personalized plan to help your teen increase their SAT math score. And of course, if it looks like it makes sense, we can see exactly how the SAT Math Mastery program can benefit your teen and what it would look like to work a little bit deeper with us. Now, after you book that call, I'm going to send you this guide that you need to read before the call so that it gives you a better idea of exactly what it is that we do here to help our teens increase their SAT math scores. I hope this training was helpful for you guys, and I look forward to helping your teens reach their true SAT math potential. Thank you guys all so much for your time, and have a great rest of your day.